Episode 15. We're finally going to get back to the main story this episode. Hop on our boat and head right over to the lighthouse. Guess I got really distracted after that whole treasure hunting business. Vaughn has some kind of rank up quest going on for his relationship, but he's had it too good for too long, monopolizing Diana's time when she's here for mysteries and has plenty of other people she can hang out with, which I just need to unlock somehow, which I think is through the main story. Still kind of upset that you can't pull out your camera. I guess they do that on purpose. You only have the cards, which I guess are inside Diana's head. Nothing else on the HUD here. No chrono lens, no map, no camera. I guess you don't really need them since you change out of your swimsuit once you leave the beach, but obviously people are going to want photos while Diana's in a swimsuit, and while Pawn's in a swimsuit, and every other character that you get to force into a swimsuit by accompanying you. Oh well. I guess I shouldn't complain because I'm already recording this. It's just not really the same though. Besides, you can get angles with the camera that you can't get normally. Before we actually head over to the lighthouse though, can we see it from here? Yeah, barely. I do actually want to make one more stop so we can do the whole gelato job. Just continue it so that it makes some money in the background. What? Hi, Diana. Hey, Medeo. I was thinking I might change the gelato flavors a bit. What do you think? Sure, why not? Just try not to make them too weird. That's my job. Let's roll up our sleeves. It's been a while since we were here. I guess it still has the ice cream that I laid down before, in like the same flavor combinations, but first I should read the comment board. Where are the comments? I was selling at least 2 of them yesterday. Is it because I went multiple days and the comments from the first day that I sold were lost or something? I don't know. And the money here is separate from your own personal wallet, so can't exactly go buying the upgrades out of pocket, which I guess makes sense. Nothing we can buy immediately. At least one more day before we can get a closet or a utensil holder. But maybe if we do well today, we can get one of the more expensive things, like, I don't know, a bulletin board. How exciting. Or a table of desserts. Are those croissants? Are croissants a dessert? Ennio the Besto robot. I don't know about this robot design. I mean, it's alright. We also got some new flavors here. I guess since I have no information on the previous settings, I can just keep the flavor combinations as they were for these ones, and just create new combinations for these. Seems like there's still 1 flavor I'm missing maybe, or... wait. I have 3. And there are 4 of these empty icons here. So I think 3 of those go into these 4. That means I'm missing 1 here. And this one, which doesn't have an empty icon, means there's no flavor there? Are there only like 7 flavors? It doesn't matter, I guess. Oh wait, I can actually check here, can't I? Or at least it'll be another point of data. Yeah, there's only space for 7 on the board. And I don't think it gets smaller or expands upwards, so 7 flavors. Hazelnuts. So again, we have sugar versus salt in one direction and milk versus water in the other direction. This is hazelnut, so I guess you put salt on nuts. We'll give it a solid 2 maybe. Not too salty. This is gelato after all. But I guess there might be some flavors that are better with more salt. They can't all be sweet gelato. Then milk or water? I don't know. Let's just add in milk. Is that even water in the other one? I'm not sure. We're going to make this one a 3-2, or 3-2. It's not exactly... There we go. No more. Doesn't have to be perfect, but... Alright, and then... the actual nuts. Lay it out, Diana. And before we ring the bell, won't make the same mistake I did last time. Let's go ahead and mix these first. Pistachio. I don't really know what pistachio flavor is like. Maybe just a bunch of milk. We'll give it a solid 2. And then sugar. Just because we did salt last time. I don't know, maybe a 3. I think I'm always doing like a combination of 2 and 3 for this first run of the settings. Kind of want to go... Well, I guess maybe middle of the board might be the best one to start with, if you're trying to hone in on where you need to be. But I guess this is the fun of it. Oh wait, I didn't. I actually have to pour in the thing to finish. And then we just put it back down, I guess. If I do this... Yeah, it's still the same. I guess we can organize them however we want. Lemons, so... I don't know. Just water. Just because I was doing milk on the other ones. Make this like a lemonade gelato or something. There's no milk in lemonade, right? It's just lemons and water. Pretty sure. And sugar. That's salt. It was white and it had S on the front, so I thought it was sugar. But that's the same thing for salt. Alright, and back here. Start the day. And we don't actually have to wait here, but I guess I'll observe a little bit. The comments only come the day after, right? So, just to check the tutorial. I can't open it. Why can't I open it? Oh, we're getting money, so... Actually, maybe I'll just wait here until I get just enough money to buy the next thing. And that might increase our profits for the day. Unless the decorations, or whatever you call them, are snapshotted when you begin the day, when you ring the bell. Wait a little bit more for 3,000, I think. Based on the next income. Yeah, that was around 400. We can wait. There's still so much left. Nobody wants this one. Hazelnuts. I'm very proud of my hazelnut work. Come on. Somebody. Actually, I don't know. There's this comments board which tells you how much people like it, but I don't know if you could also tell how much people like each flavor based on how well they sell. Obviously in real life you can, but it might just be programmed into this game that they just randomly go down one by one, how they buy these. We're at 3,000 now. If I'm in this menu, does it keep going up? Not actually sure it does. Probably doesn't. Wait, I heard something. It did go up, but it didn't increase on this screen. I guess you have to exit before then. So I could wait for maybe like a checkered record player. I might even have enough to buy the Kerfus. It's not exactly as good as the Kerfus, not as hot as one. Although maybe for some people. What do we have now? Just like, yeah. Seems to be coming in increments of 400. Now that I have this much, maybe I don't want to wait too long. If I do actually get more money for the things that I buy, put down on the store. Let's just get something that's worth 5,000 now. Give me a telephone so I can talk to Pawn while I'm on the job. I don't have anything else to do right now. Other than watch people sell. Or watch people buy. Now where's that phone? Here it is. It doesn't actually work. Can't interact with it. Do I have to manually replace these? I just want to wait for one to run out so I can see that replacement in action. Last time, I couldn't replace it, or rather, nobody came for the thing that I placed into an empty slot after I rang the bell. And I assume that was just because I rang the bell, but it also could have been because I left the store after starting the day. I'm pretty sure you can leave the store, come back, and then replace the gelato if you have them prepared, as long as they're prepared or something, but that might not be true. But this is supposed to be a game that you can just leave on in the background, so... If I could bring up the tutorial, it should tell me in plain text. I can replace things if they're empty. Just want to make sure I get one instance of when things work correctly. But it seems like these are actually taking a while to go down, so maybe I'll just buy something and leave. If I can't replace it, then that'll just be a lesson learned, I guess. Give me something to go up front, maybe? I guess nothing goes up front for 2,000. What goes up front for 3,000? The table of desserts? We'll wait on that one. We should have 2,800? 2,700, right. One more. Somebody buy something. Stop window shopping and buy something. Are all of these guys implied to be buying something? Ah, we need one more actually. The profits are decreasing. It's not... Wait. Why are we getting less now that we got the phone? We used to be getting 400 per ping or whatever. Now it's like 300. They don't like the phone. Well, you're gonna like this. I guess they're gonna have to come inside the store for the desserts, but... Oh, now it's just in the way. You should have put it over here or something. No, actually, in the center does make the space feel a little bit more lived in. If it were just an empty floor plan, it would be a little bit, well, dull, wouldn't it? Just like a naked wall. Alright, let's leave. Another batch, another challenge. These flavors will be a mouth-watering success with ice cream lovers, I know it. I'm sure they will. But we have a job to do. I'm done getting distracted. We're not doing Mama Lucia's tutorial. We're not delivering the mail. We're not hanging out with Pawn. We are going directly to that boat, on the shortest route available to us, into the lighthouse. Diana needs inspiration. She's not going to become a writer just by hanging out with her friends and doing side jobs. I mean, I guess she could, but she wants to be... Wait, does she actually want to be a mystery writer? I don't think she does. I think that was just... Did we even get an inkling of, like, what her professor was talking about? Like, her work was? I think it says... The professor said that she wrote like a robot or something to that effect. Don't know what actual genre she was writing in, though. Leaves are really bumpy today. Guess we could also go check on Fort Esterin. I wonder if... He's probably still over there, isn't he? Well, we're not getting distracted. Maybe later. Maybe Diana doesn't want to see that guy for a while. Hey there, is anyone home? My word, who is it? I don't remember seeing you around before. What do you want? Nothing, senor. I learned, by the way, the G is silent in this. I was kind of pronouncing it wrong the whole time. And I'm still pronouncing it wrong, I'm sure, but I can at least try to be a little bit better. I was just curious to know if there was a lighthouse keeper in here. First of all, Senor is my father. I'm 28 years old, not 50. He looks good. I mean, I wasn't really commenting that based on his age or anything, it's just... When he mentioned his age, I thought, how does he look for his age? And you can't really see his age based on his character portrait. I mean, I don't think you can. But as I was looking at him, I just thought to myself, he looks good. Kinda hot. Secondly, I'm not anyone's keeper. I live out here so I can carry out my research in peace, without anyone bothering me. You live here? Is it the same thing with... Forgot his name, the guy over at Fort Esterin? Does he live there too, and you live here? Surely you have to go in for, like, supplies or something. I guess they both do. Yeah. He doesn't live off fish, and even if he did, there'd be no place to get water. Unless he evaporates the salt water in some sort of mechanism. How reliable is that for, like, a source of water to survive off of? Oh, are you an academic? Marine biologist. Occasionally I travel the world for my family's business. He's Jojo? I'm sorry, you're... Giorgio? Giorgio? This is a Jojo reference. I looked at the hat, like at the very beginning, and thought it looked like Jojo's hat, but that's just a normal hat, right? But he's a marine biologist, his name is Giorgio, and he travels the world for his family's business. That's funny. But I decided to take a break, dedicate myself to the local fauna, sketch, and enjoy some peace and quiet. What about your daughter? You should go visit her. She might be in jail for all you know. I'm interrupting that peace and quiet, aren't I? Not yet. If you keep your voice down, I'm sure we'll get along. Giorgio Toro, an unusually tall guy. He may seem grumpy, but he's just shy. More than talking, he likes to draw, especially fish and other sea creatures. Need something? Enjoy your trip at sea. But if I find you throwing cans in the water, you and I are going to have problems. Don't throw your stand at me. I would never. Good. I won't waste your time. I'm investigating the theft of Lexua's boat. Can you tell me anything about it? I think I saw someone passing by the other night, during the storm. Really? Where were they going? Good question. With yesterday's waves, I'd be surprised if they didn't crash somewhere. Yesterday, huh? I think there were some days that I skipped because... By skipped, I mean... I just, like, advanced to the next day by sleeping at my place. But I guess the script is only designed for, like, assuming you come here the very next day. I don't think they got past the train station cliff. You could start investigating there. It looks like a good lead. Thanks, Giorgio. And I thought it was impossible to find even a single clue. Impossible? I've seen impossible things in my days, and that word doesn't mean anything to me anymore. He's talking about a stand. I'm sure that you'll come to think the same thing during your journey. Are you thinking we're going to get a stand, Giorgio? I certainly hope so. What would be Diana's stand? I can only imagine. I hope so. Thank you. And sorry to bother you. A moderate disturbance. No, wait. We already have her stand. It's this thing. Not all stands are just a guy or whatever. Her stand is this magic chrono lens. The only thing that's, I guess, magic in the game. That could be attributed to a stand power. Plus, it does seem like the kind of thing that would be a stand, wouldn't it? I mean, you could say that about anything, but... The thing about stands is that they feel like, at least to me, one, that their powers are something that are balanced in a way that... They have strengths, sure, but they have very specific applications. And two, they're stylish. They fit a very specific aesthetic, stands. The chrono lens fits both of them. And in fact, it's basically a Bacchio stand, isn't it? Except instead of a telephone, it's a compass. Was it a Bacchio? I don't remember his name. I'm pretty sure it was a Bacchio. What was the name of his stand anyway? I can't remember. I guess I'll look it up later. It's actually one of my favorite stands. Not really useful for combat, but I guess that's partly why it's my favorite. Why it's one of my favorites. I knew we'd be coming back to this beach, over there. At different points in time I knew we'd be coming back. When we got the boat I knew we'd be coming back because you could see it from here. Like while you were out on the waves. And I also knew we'd be coming back the first time we went there. Because there was, well, they modeled it. They modeled that location right there. And they wouldn't have done that unless they were going to use it for more than one scene where you just kind of opened a gate and went to town. What could the thief have wanted to do over here, though? Maybe leave town? Can't imagine they left town, though. The town is where the game is. Is it me? Or has something changed around here? There's something strange in the air. Like something old and stale. Despite the fact we're outdoors. Strange. I wonder whether the tunnel I came into is okay. Path of no return. Why is that part circled? That's not where the train station is. It looks like leaving town is more complicated than expected. I have to work out how to leave the town. Surely there are other routes. This can't be the only entrance, like by the road. Oh, we can just rest here? I never get tired of a blue sky. Someone added the towel here. It wasn't here before. Can you count to 0, Diana? You'd actually have to turn around to see any trains too. But I guess you don't have to turn around because there's 0. In episode 2 or something, I wondered if you could go to that island. And you can. What an incredible game. But this is Lekshua's boat. Lekshua's boat, stolen by the thief, during the night when they robbed Mama Lucia. Is it Lekshua or... not sure how else it might be pronounced, but... Lekshua? Lekshua? Lekshua or Lekshua? I'm just going to assume Lekshua. I should talk to Beatrice. Who's Beatrice again? Beatrice de Montoni. It's all familiar, those names, I just can't remember. Let's check on that tunnel. Anyone live in the train? We can't hop into the train, so... probably not. Ah. Diana, you were lucky. It was storming during that night, and somehow this came down after the storm. It was more likely to have come down during the storm, I imagine. I guess you were just lucky. The tunnel collapsed? It must have been the flood the other day. Should I be worried about it? Santa Madre. Can't leave my land. By the way, yep, the map is here. And the path of no return is still here. And I guess there's still more further out? Huh, interesting. You can come all the way out here just to read a book. Kinda nice. I was just checking that place out, in case it would be a lead for Diana to say, nope, I can't leave by this street. There's still an icon right here, about the path of no return. Is there anything that I have to investigate? I don't think so. No prompt or anything. We need the fire brigade here. Just to be sure, so I don't have to come back. I guess this is the first time we're seeing this area in the day. Who the hell is Beatrice de Montoni? Montoni. Even if I can't remember, Diana will for me, and she'll put a handy little marker on the map. Like she did for this Path of No Return or whatever quest. How far are you going to go before you realize, Diana? This game has borders. Why'd the prompt appear there? We surely can't go to that island. I don't feel very well. I'm so tired. I feel like I haven't slept in centuries. Am I dead? You very well could be if you fell asleep on that little boat out in the middle of the sea. It would make the moment a little less awkward, but no. You do still seem to be actually breathing. What? Lexua? What happened? You tell me. I found you unconscious, far out at sea. You were delirious. Did you drink the seawater, Diana? Are you serious? You must be joking. Do I look like the type of person to joke about something like this? You seem like the kind of person who doesn't really do jokes, and that's that. Exactly. It looks like it's impossible to get away from the town. What do you mean by impossible? Ah, Pawn is standing there for his quest. Sorry, Pawn. Just, hang tight.
Huh?
Oh, I guess we can talk to him about this. Nextroy, you're always paying attention to details. Have you noticed that it's impossible to leave town? Okay. Yeah, I was wondering. When she passed out, yeah, obviously, that was a big flag. But two, now that she's actually bringing it up with a second person, this confirms it. It's magic. Or something. You know what seems impossible? Being left alone. Got it. I'll leave you alone. No one wants to bring it up, maybe? Is that also magic? Or is it just normal? Do they not actually know? You know, ever since we came here, no, before we even came here, when was the point that I wondered this? Let me think back to the path we traveled. Diana hopped on her bike. She came to that place where she met Mask Girl. Forgot her name. And then she realized she couldn't find a way into town. But then she found an abandoned train track. I think it was somewhere around then, before she left the train track. I think as she was entering it, I thought, is this town magic? Does it not appear on any maps? We know of it through our grandma's stories, but is it some kind of mystery place? Beyond the actual mysteries going inside it, is the town itself a mystery? Is this that kind of game? I'm excited. Could this be the work of an enemy stand? Only time will tell. An enemy stand is a town. Has that been done? I'm only up to part 6, where the anime ended. Well, if the town is a stand, I can only think of one person who's a stand user. Mayor Malagamba. Actually, every time. I should really report this.
Hey.
How can I help you? Excuse me, Mr. Mayor. This may seem like a strange question to you, but how do you get out of Borgia Marina? What do you mean? Yes, in short, the railway tunnel has collapsed. The sea appears to be hazardous. Oh, come on, miss. Are you joking? Our sea. Hazardous. Yes, it's very picturesque, but I don't know how else Diana can describe it to you. She's not going to use the word magic. Stand on the shore and let yourself be lulled by the waves. I'm sure all those nasty thoughts will be simply washed away. The tunnel will be cleared in no time, don't worry. It just needs a bit of time. Getting the right equipment there can be tricky. If you say so. It looks like I'll be staying on holiday for a while. Okay, that's that. For now. We're just gonna leave it at that, huh? Diana just got seasick a little bit. She went a little bit too far on the boat or something, even though she showed no signs of seasickness any time before. We could always hop on our bike and try the northern route. But I guess we're staying on the main quest this time. Hmm. How do I... Right, up on the D-pad. Right. Beatrice de Montoni. How could I forget the Signora? Very embarrassing. I guess this farm is also within the Stand's range, if we're calling it that. It's also part of the town, so you can go to the farm but you can't leave. That might be the case. Well, we're going to give up on leaving town for now. We can try it next time whenever we take our bike up to the farm or whatever. Actually, let's take the route that takes us past the ice cream shop, or the gelato shop. Everything should be sold out by now. I can check if I can actually replace them. Oh, right. Gotta talk to the boss.
Hey.
Alright, everyone's done. So if I do this... Are they starting to buy? Well, the bar is... Yep, okay, it works. So you do have to mix them, like prepare the ice cream before you actually ring the bell. I'm pretty sure that was my mistake the first time. And the strawberry can stay, I guess. Wait, did I? Where's... Did I have another? No, wait, I had... That's right, I had 6 of them. I only had 6, so... That means if 4 sold out, I only had 2 to replace. Right. Obviously. Why is no one buying? What happened? Why'd they stop? Are sales just over for today? I'm pretty sure that's part of the rules, right? You can just replace them and... I mean, obviously I sold a little bit more, but... Remains open and keeps selling even if you're not there. Once all flavors are finished, it'll close automatically. Okay, maybe it's closed right now, but not all the flavors are finished. Simply exchange them in the empty slots to earn more money during the day. It's that simple. But no one's walking by. Oh, we got some info though. Let's see. Too little milk on basil. Too much sugar on the basil. So... What does that mean? Does that mean we want to go to the opposite side for the... Well, first, let's look at the basil's current place. So I'll just remember too little milk, too much sugar. And the basil is over here still. Oh no. Do I actually have to remember my previous combination? Shit. Why isn't it saying... Did I just leave it on 0 the last time? I don't think I did. I mean, I recorded the episode, but I'm not going to pause the episode right now just so I can look up the combination I used. We'll just go based off of this. I was wondering if too much sugar could mean you should be going in the opposite direction with salt, but that just might mean that you should use a small amount of sugar rather than a certain amount of salt. So let's just go based off of that. We'll go for a 1 on sugar. And I don't know. Whatever it was last time, maybe a 3 on milk. 1, 3. You know what? Maybe I'm just going to write this down, just in case. With my notepad. I won't do it with the recordings that I have, but I'll always have the notepad in front of me, so... Let's see. Basal... Coordinates 1, 3. Or 3, 1 rather. And mix it. And that'll be for tomorrow. Right? It's not magically filled somehow. I knew it wouldn't, but... Just because the other things weren't selling right now, it felt like, I don't know... Could have hit a bug or something. Oh, and then it erased the basal information. Okay, let's look at the hazelnuts. It was apparently perfect on milk. And too little sugar. Okay, it does save your place, so... I guess I just didn't have a place saved for the other one? I just left it on 0, 0? That maybe it was something that I did. Well, that's good. We don't actually have to write things down on my notepad. So too little sugar. Alright, this also answers my other question. I put down salt, didn't I? But they're not saying like too much salt or whatever. I guess this means... No, wait, actually... It could mean that too little sugar implies it just wanted to go upwards on the graph. So it could still be in the negative number range, as in could still be salty. It just wanted more towards the top. So it could even be just move it up 1 notch, and that's what they mean by too little sugar. That's a possibility. But I'm just going to go with the other possibility that when they say too little sugar, they mean they want sugar in it. So, give it a 2. And I also don't have to memorize what's on the board itself. Luckily they keep that here. Alright, let's just grab the other one that also has information on it. Don't even have to stop at the board, we can just go here. Wait. Why is this 0, 0? Is this another one that I did 0, 0 on, or... Maybe it only saves the information on the same day that you did them on. Maybe? I don't know. In any case, this is probably referring to 0, 0, isn't it? I just sold like the 0, 0 version of the strawberry, thinking that it saved my preset from last time, but I guess somehow it didn't. We'll just have to make sure we stop by the ice cream shop every time we take a rest. No days where we go by where it might reset our stuff. Give it a 2, I guess. And because they said too much sugar, even though it was, I assume, on 0, 0, I guess that means we'll give it some salt. It could mean that they want a little bit of sugar rather than a -2 on salt or whatever. Still experimenting with the controls, I guess, or not the controls, the theory. And the last one was chocolate. Bring up the too little milk. And too much sugar. Oh, wait. just give it a, I don't know, a 2. Now, if things reset again, I'm going to have to be very careful about memorizing everything that I put down for the ingredients, but I'm pretty sure it's not supposed to reset. I'm also pretty sure these should be selling, but whatever. Maybe it's bugged. We do have enough to buy one more thing. Guess the only 3,000 thing is the bulletin board. Oh, he has commentary on each of these. I didn't realize. Don't go around telling everyone, but they're just for show. So they're not actually for eating, but that's sad. Not on the bill from now on. Regarding the phone, as in, don't spend all your hours talking to Pawn on the phone. Is that what he's saying? Is the phone bill really something to worry about? That doesn't really seem like something that people have to worry about in modern times. And the bulletin board. Good morning. A coffee and some gelato? No? As in, that's written on the bulletin board? Not sure what he's saying with this one. So where does the board go? I don't see it. Oh, is it just over here? How does this increase our sales? I guess it increases productivity, which increases sales. Well, no one's buying. It's not the bulletin board's fault, though. Another batch, another challenge. These flavors will be a mouth-watering success with ice cream lovers, I know it. He's just saying the same thing. I should have realized. Alright, let's go talk to the Signora. I know this town like the back of my hand now. I got this, right? Oh, she had special commentary for the fact that I already read it. The game is coming out on Switch pretty soon. I saw an announcement. Does that mean they've hammered out like most of the bugs or whatever if it can release on console? I think there are like different standards, right, for releasing on Steam and on console. Of course, you can still patch things when they're released on console, but I imagine the checks are a little bit more rigorous.
Ciao.
Can I help you with something, my dear? Did you find out something new? I found Nexua's boat. The thief used it to get to the old train station. And then, where did they go? Well, based on our working theory, they couldn't have left town, so... I don't know. They left without a single trace. I'm at a dead end. Don't be discouraged, dear. It's not an easy job you've taken on. Don't forget, you found Nexua's boat. He'll be glad to have it back. Oh yeah, we forgot to talk to him about it after we passed out at sea, didn't we? Oops. Yeah. Even if with some dents. You can't make an omelette without breaking a few eggs, right? At least I know the thief can't be a very good boater, judging by the way they left the boat. In a small fishing village, that certainly narrows down the circle of possible suspects. Confirmed it's not Nexua. I wondered if Nexua could have stolen his own boat. Doesn't seem like the case. Plus, how would he have gotten back to town? If you find out anything else, my dear, please do fill me in. I promise. Keep your eyes open. Is that it? It's not like that's going to be marked on the map, is it? I think this actually, yeah, this does confirm. These leads, even though they're called leads, they are actually required for the game. So even though this is like a pawn side quest, you might call it, for his reputation, not reputation, his relationship, rank up, it's still required to beat the game, it seems. All of these are, including going out to the farm. So even if I did go out to the farm, it would still be considered me doing the main quest. I've been doing the main quest this whole time. I haven't been wasting time. That's my working theory based on the icon. And based on the fact that there's no new icon for the main quest, the main mystery, I obviously have to do these other things before it appears. So I guess the question is, what do I want to do next? Maybe we'll save the farm for next episode. I guess we could hang out with Pawn. If he is required by the main quest to advance, then yes, Pawn. This only gives us 100 and we already have the ingredient. And this does actually mean we won't run out of our resource of Pawn, exhaust our resources of Pawn, early on in the game because it's required to even progress past the early game. Good to know. Just making a quick stop at our apartment. Room, whatever. Is it an apartment if you don't pay for it? It's just called a room. Check on the piggy bank. We got a lot of money for the store, like, to buy stuff there. How much was our cut? Decent. Not that much. We can do better, I guess. We can do better if I don't bug out with the ice cream. Maybe someone else had this problem. I'll look it up after this. Could be a bug they have yet to resolve or something. Oh yeah. Now because we can't leave town, I'm assuming they haven't repaired the phone lines either. Plus, the line is probably dead because the phone line just kind of abruptly ends at the edge of town, based on whatever magic is keeping us in here. The line is still dead. Must be a powerful stand. It not only keeps people from physically leaving, it actually completely isolates us from the outside world. Well, not entirely. We still have the sun and the moon and air. Unless those are all also part of the enemy stand. We have gravity. That's pretty important. That's pretty hard to simulate, with just like an isolated island or something. So that certainly means we're still on Earth, right? I think so. But obviously there are enemy stands, or ally stands, that do work on gravity. Both of them, enemies and allies.
Hey!
Ah, there you are. Okay, let's go. Are you ready? Yeah, he was wondering where we were. Sorry. We thought we wouldn't be helping you out this episode, but I guess we are. Ready for what exactly? What do I have to do for this photo shoot? You have to strip Diana. Not really, but I guess you have to at least change clothes, right? I thought so. Well, good old Pippo lent me some of his old fisherman's clothes. He's a friend of the family, retired too, so it didn't take a lot of convincing. First, try these things on to see how they fit. And then we'll look for the perfect place to shoot, here at the docks. What do you have in mind? I don't know. Something vintage that's reminiscent of the old days. But something also that reinforces the image of fishing as the humble work that Borgia Marina was founded on. Are you sure that I, as in little old me, am the best person to model for this? I just got into town. Yeah, you're perfect. The past meets the future. Tradition meets innovation. You know? The old ones, the veggie, love that sort of stuff. I'm gonna assume veggie. I'll take your word for it. Just turn your back while I change. And don't peek. Wait, are you right there, Diana? There were other people who could have just watched. Surely you didn't take off all of your clothes. You could have just, like, I don't know, put it over or... well, whatever. Oh, come on, Diana. What did you take me for? I'm an honorable man, you know. Come on, Pawn. At this moment you're supposed to say, darn, I really wish I could look. But okay. That kind of thing. Let her know you're interested. You know the Genovese dialect? I never heard you speak it. Genovese? Just a bit. Every now and again a few words pop out when talking with local friends. Consider yourself fortunate. Which part of that was Genovese? Veggie? I don't know. Or maybe what he said here, this line, oh come on Diana, what did you take me for? In the original languages this was written in, he used the Genovese dialect, and when this was translated, there's no like English equivalent for what the dialect is in Italian, I guess? Maybe. Costume on. How do I look? Awesome. Bet you'd be much more convincing holding... yes. A nice fishing net. Here, take this. It's got a lot of muscles clinging to it. Yeah? Then I'd better take this pic before Peppino gets back. Please, let's take this pic before Peppino gets back. What should I do? Throw the net down on the docks, like this. You have to look tired, but proud too. You know, exhausted but grateful. Pawn, are you just saying random things to sound more professional? No, I am creating the image of the muse, the fisherman of Borgia Marina. Right, hold that pose. Stop throwing mussel shells at me, Diana. Ow. Hey, that hurt. Oh, we don't actually get to see it? At least we got the artwork. I am so glad that every card we get has such beautiful artwork. And this one's even in a different style. How fun. Photo shoot at the docks. That time Pawn convinced me to be a model on the poster for the historical fishing festival of Borgia Marina. I can still smell the docks on me. It's too bad we don't actually get to see it. It would definitely have been the thumbnail. Fisherman Diana. Let me take one last look. Satisfied? Perfect. Now all I have to do is develop it and make a small collage for the poster. I'll go back to my store, before Gordon docks with his amphibious assault. I'll wait for you there. And you're leaving me like that? Pawn? Great. Left hanging by Pawn. We should probably tell Luxua about his boat. If we can. What do you want? I like this angle. If only the camera did that automatically every time, gave you a nice close-up on the character that was perfectly picturesque, but in a 3D game you can't really always enforce that. And I didn't think Gordon could be so reckless. I've always seen him as a responsible person. It seems even the best of us can make a mistake. Yeah, he's still talking about Gordon. That was his name, I forgot. But I guess we're not talking about the boat. Okay. I guess Diana just finds it hard to talk to the guy, even if she's trying to return some stolen goods. I'm sure Ward will get around to Lectuo eventually. Or maybe Diana will have to work up the courage to actually talk to the guy and tell him about his boat. Maybe she'll work up the courage while sitting here staring out at sea. I'll let her do that. Meanwhile, now would be a good time to take a break.